everything. I think so audio will be perfectly fine. पता मैं सच्ची ਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਰੱਖ ਕੇ ਬੋਲਣਾ ਚਾਹਨਾ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਉਹਦਾ ਗੇਨ ਕੱਟ ਕਰ ਦੇਣਾ ਚਾਹਨਾ Let's try something. Tell me if it's work it or not. If I down like that, no, not working. Like that. Now you can tell me, Bruskis, the audio will be perfectly fine or not. It's deep or it's loud. It's on 25 decibels. 25.3 specifically. On a negative side. You can tell me the audio will be deep, loud, crackled, or what. I think we will see. Now it's time for the video. Obviously. Full video. पता ना कि तो कुछ पाया ही नहीं है तो दिक्कत ही नहीं है थोड़ा उनके पीछे घूमन दी ना बहुत मोटा हो गया ना कोई ना कम चल जाते वे दी भी ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन आई की गा टेंशन की है जिन्होंने दूसरे अकाउंट बारे पता उन्होंने पता है कितना कम चल रहे थे इतने बहुत घट गया पहला कितना ज़्यादा सी कितना वेट हो गया सी पहला हूँ तो मैं फिर level पे आ गया it's this face and we will try this no just this hello champions something like that मैं ऑडियो सुननी है 1 मिनट बस Today video topic is why we delay our work. Basically, why do we procrastinate? So yes, we make a video on that. Nice soft light. It contain not a lot of, but it contain this type of this side of face, and they look nice. They look highlight. I don't know how much, but it's okay. It's okay. We will work on that. We don't have a proper setup, man. So we has to work a lot. Oh, मैं ए ते थोड़ी शूट कर रहा है मैं ए किदे ते ओ ओके मैंने चेंज करना पड़ेगा मैंने देखना पड़ेगा किदे ते से मैंने याद भी नहीं हो सी हाँ ये वाला इसी शायद हाँ वाला परफेक्ट है इनमें बस अनलॉक करके That's the flip. और इन फिर लॉक कर दो. That's the angle, man. That's the angle. कितना वाइल्ड लग रहा है ये एंगल. यार मैं ना चेयर बदलनी. मेरी चेयर बहुत गंदी है. स्पोर्ट ही कोई नहीं कोई टोई ना स्पोर्ट ही नहीं मिलती है देते. तो अगर मैं इतना करूँगा तो जनरली ठीक रहेगा एंगल है ना. Try to work on that. Hello champions, your brother here. Let me ask you something. Why do you procrastinate? You know what you need to do, you know it's important, but you just don't do it. You scroll social media instant, you clean your room, you recognize your desk, anything, but the actual task and then the deadline hit. Panic sets in, you rush through it, and you think, why didn't I just start early? Here's the truth, you're not lazy, you're not broke. Procrastination is a psychology. And today I'm going to show you exactly why your brain does this and more importantly how to stop it. यार टफ इंट्रो है. इंट्रो इतना आसान नहीं है किया. मेरा सर दुखान लग पाया पहले. बट 11 भी हो गया है. बट मैंने 12 बजे तो पहले मतलब है कुछ अद्धे घंटे के अंदर मैंने वीडियो सारी रिकॉर्ड करनी पड़ेगी. 40 मिनट के अंदर अद्धे घंटे 40 मिनट के अंदर तो ये कुछ in a keep notes we can't zoom in. I mean we can't make a bigger text here. There's anything I can do about it? I don't think so. There's any other notes? I have Samsung notes. We can try about that. You can see there. We will work on this, but it's like we have to put it there. Okay, let's try. लेट्स गो मैन। मैं तो बैठा रह जाऊंगा तो टाइम तो निकलता ही रहना। बाई तो हो गया। हाथ रखना, हाथ रख दें। ज़्यादा मूवमेंट इधर इधर रख लांगे, इदा भी कर सकते हैं। Hello champions, your brother here. Let me ask you something. Why we, not just you, do procrastinate? I mean, you know what's important, you know you have to do that, but we waste our time. We scroll on social medias, we clean our room, and the main task, the original task, will be delayed. And when the deadlines comes, panic attacks, rush. You complete your work in a short up time of period. Your result will be varied. Your actions will be varied. Your performance will be varied. And after that, you think, why not I start the project when I have a more time? Why you don't start? Why I don't start? Why we can't start on a time when it's the time of the project? We delay it and we complete in just shorter period of time, and we see that there's no good results on that. So that's the procrastinating. The we I'm also think we are lazy, but the truth is we are not lazy. These are our psychology. This how humans work. Humans work तब तक ठीक है. Today I'm show you what your and my brain do inside our bodies, and how we solve that problem, how we control that situation, control that problem. Today I will tell you each and everything, what is procrastinate, why it's happened, and what it is in the psychology terms it called. Hello champions, my name is Saksham. Today we discuss about that, what is procrastinate. Let's go. Let's break it together, man. It's not the perfect one. नहीं यार, पता नहीं 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 मतलब ठीक है, मैं विचो कर दूंगा, बट मैंने इंट्रो वाला दौर तो करना चाहिए. हेलो चैंपियन, आई एम सक्षम सेठी, a student at MRFPT, learning psychology from basics. Let's go. Hello champions, I'm Saksham Sethi, a student from MRSPT, a student. Hello champions, I'm Saksham Sethi, a student from MRSPT Uni. Learn psychology from basics. Today we learn about procrastinate, what it is, why it's happened, and how we control that. Let's discuss about it. Let's learn more together. Section 1, what is procrastinate? ये टेक्स्ट पावांगे, व्हाट इज प्रोक्रास्टिनेट. सेक्शन 1 लिख के पावांगे नाले. So first, what is procrastination? Procrastination is when you delay doing something you know you should do. You choose short-term relief over long-term goal. Important. Procrastinate is not the same as being lazy. Lazy, you don't care. Procrastinate, you do care, but you are avoiding it anyway. That's the difference. And here's the scary part, everyone procrastinate. Study shows 95% of people admit to procrastinate regularly. So if you procrastinate, you're not alone. You're normal. But that doesn't mean it's okay. Let's figure it out why you do that. Blah 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 blah. So first, what is procrastinate? Procrastinate is basically a meaning of you delaying your work. Not you, basically human delaying your work, anyone delaying your work. You know that it's important, but you didn't do that or you don't want to do that. So basically you take short-term relief over your long-term goal. That's the basic explanation of procrastinate. But why it happen? Important. Procrastinate is not a lazy. When you are a lazy, you don't care about work. You don't care about results. When it's procrastinate, when you delay your work, you care. The study shows 95% humans do procrastinate. So if you feel you do procrastinate, you delay your work, you are not alone, brother and sister. We are normal. Everyone delay their work. Everyone delay their original project, original thinking, what they want to do. The reason? Scariness. The main big reason. द रीज़न वगैरह शायद घट देंगे पता द रीज़न नहीं पाऊंगे मैं अब दिल पाता द रीज़न इतना अच्छा नहीं रहेगा तो रहेगा नहीं. But that doesn't mean it's a nice. Even though we are in 95%, that doesn't mean it's okay to delay our projects. I mean, we do that, but I don't see anyone want to do that. Am I right or am I right? Let's go deep digger. Section 2. Why we procrastinate. Text है ता section 2 बोल लिया मैं. There are 6 main reasons why people procrastinate. Let's break them down. यही ता शायद ना भी बोल सकते हैं. Okay, reasons. The brain. Hmm. There are नहीं, they, there are main 6 reasons why we procrastinate. ते टाइटल्स लिख देंगे ते फिर है ना एक्सप्लेन करेंगे ऑब्वियसली है ना ते कट लगेगा आन तो बाद fear of failure. This is the biggest one. You're scared the result won't be good enough. So you avoid starting because if you don't start, you can't fail. Example, you need to study for exam, but you are scared. You'll do poorly, so instead of studying, you avoid it. You tell yourself, I'll study tomorrow. Tomorrow comes, same fear, same avoidance. Your brain think, if I don't try, I can't fail. If I fail without trying, I can blame the lack of effort, not my ability. That's fear of failure. So let's discuss the first point, a fear of failure. This is the biggest one. Broskis, the problem is we scare from the result. We think our results are not good enough, so we don't even want to try. The problem is here, we scared नहीं, the problem नहीं, बस उत्थे जे कट कर देंगे उस तो बाद अगे करेंगे. The avoidance behind it, I mean, if you avoid that, you don't start that, you can't fail in that. You don't perform, so you don't fail. That's the mindset on that exact point. Example, you need a study for an exam. You want study, but you are not able to. I mean, if you put your 100% or even though you put your poor efforts in that and unfortunately you're not succeed in the exam, you don't have anyone to blame on that. That's the reason I'm failed. That's the reason I'm not succeed in that. So if you don't put efforts in that, you have a reason, you have a blame in that. I mean, I don't even try that my best. So that's the reason I'm failed. Most of the time, the example are look like simple, but most of the time exactly same happening with us. When we delay our important projects, we don't want see ourselves failing on those projects, especially those ones you care about. Reason 2, the task feel too big. Sometimes the task is so huge you don't even know where to start. Your brain look at it and think this is impossible. So you freeze, you shut down. Example, you need to write a 50-page report. You think 50 page, how do I even start? So you don't, you avoid it. And the second, the task feels too big. And the second is the task feel too big. When we take bigger projects, when we take long projects, we feel, nah, that's impossible. Rather than we feel, my our mind accept that that's impossible. Example, we has to send a 50 page of report of something, or we have to write a essay of a 50 page. Your mind said, nah, brother. That's the main reason you avoid any big works. Not they are literally impossible, but your mind said that that's pretty much long. That's pretty much effort I has to spend on that. So you ignore that. You avoid that projects. The third, perfection. मैं पढ़ लैंदा ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਪੂਰਾ. The third, perfection. Brother, we all want deliver our best. We all want, if I do something, I want to put my 100%. Even though you are lazy, even though you don't work, even though you just work, hell, you don't even know what's how hardworking it is, but in deep down, how much bad is doesn't give anything. You want your give 100% on the project. So you wait for perfect timing, you wait for perfect moment, you wait for perfect tingling in your mind when you said that, yeah, this is a time for doing a project, this is a time for doing what I want. There is an example. I'm a YouTuber. Okay, let's take example. If you want to start a YouTube, basically you want a perfect timing. I want to start a YouTube. You want nice equipment. You want. I need to perfectly learn how edit work or how to edit perfectly. I need to perform on a camera. I need to learn about storytelling. I need the perfect idea which topic I make a video. I mean, that not you don't work on those things, you can work. But without experience, without trying, without open your YouTube and create account, you don't learn anything. So you just wait, and the times never come. And you always think, why I'm not being success? Why I'm not growing in my life? Because you're trying just in your mind. You want to give always a perfect product, but always achieve a perfect product, you have to create a shitty, damaged, busy, unlooking product. That's how anyone make good or a near to perfect product. There's no perfect product. Whatever you see, whatever you purchase, whatever you see in the societies, if you see larger picture, there's no perfect product. Obviously, I don't want to say any product names, but you can. You understand my feelings, right? So it's not, you don't start. I just want to say, broskis or sisters, just start. That's the how I start this account basically. And I'm in the process. Not now, but maybe I succeed in that. Not maybe, I know I'm succeed in that. It's just a matter of time. So rather than wait, just perform. Just do. That's it. ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਆਵਾਜ਼ਾਂ ਆ ਰਹੀਆਂ? ਨੇਬਰ ਸਾਊਂਡ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ? ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਦਿੱਕਤ ਤਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੋਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਹੈ ਵੀਡੀਓ 'ਚ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਕੱਟ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਕਰਾਂ। ਅਪੈਰੈਂਟਲੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਦਾ ਕੁਝ ਕਰ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ। The fourth point, your brain won't now. Reward over future rewards. This is called present bias. Example, you need to work on a project. The reward come later. Good grades, finish work. But scrolling Instagram give you instant dopamine. Your brain say, I want dopamine now, not later. So you scroll. This is why distractions are so powerful. They give your brain what it wants. Instant pleasure. Work gives delay pleasure. 12 ਵਜੇ तक तो नहीं ख़त्म हो रहा क्योंकि 11:45 तो हो गया है तो लेता मैं फोर्थ पॉइंट ते हैं तेरे पॉइंट्स तो और भी पे है. It's okay, it doesn't, I mean, it solve our problems. अच्छा नहीं जी. And the fourth one, नहीं, your brain want now instant gratification. The fourth one, instant gratification. Your brain, your mind want now. That's how distraction work, man. I mean, we deep down, not deep down, generally we everyone's know about that. If you do hard work, if you work on a project, in the end of you will be succeed. In the end of you will be receive a reward. In the end of you will be receive what you think it's deserve you. You get all of these things, but you don't get immediately, and your brain value more rewards immediately rather than in a long-term reward. That's how distractions work, Prati. You scroll on a social medias, Instagrams, YouTube shorts because they get you instant dopamine hits, and your mind basically said that I want instant rewards, not after. No immediate consequences. If the deadline is far away, your brain doesn't feel urgency. I'll do it tomorrow. Become a cycle. Reason 5. नहीं. Reason 5. No immediate consequences. Our brain doesn't feel any urgency. If there is no deadline, if there is far long deadline, like if there is a 3 months, there is example, if there is a 3 months in a exam, if there is a 3 months in an exam, you say that you work tomorrow, next day you work tomorrow, next day you work tomorrow, and 1 week before exam, oh there is a 1 week ahead to prepare for the exam, but in the end of the day we both know that we delay our work rather than putting effort on that. All of us study one night before our exams, not 1 month before our exams. How much time we have, we don't use perfectly, especially for our projects that important. We, I don't say we both are waste time. We put our time in a nice things, but that nice things are always important, as important as the main task. No, but we valued main task here and distractions or nice things here. So our time goes there, our efforts goes there, but where they need to go, there. Your brain feel urgency when it's pain immediately, when the consequences immediately. When you see the result, you get the reward or the punishment. Then your put your 100% in that, then you're ready to work. No deadline, no urgency, no pain, and no reward. नहीं, अलाइन नहीं गलत है. No deadline is equal to no urgency is equal to procrastinate. No one need to do anything, man. That's how that effort work, that effect work. Reason 6, emotional avoidance. मैं पता मैं सेक्शन ही चक दूंगा, दिक्कत ही कोई नहीं है यार, बहुत मुश्किल है क्योंकि emotional avoidance. Sometimes the task make you feel bad, bored, frustrated, stressed. So you avoid the task to avoid the feeling. Example, you need to have a difficult conversation with someone. Just thinking about it make you. Reason 6. हाथ नहीं करना. Reason 6, emotional attachment. Brothers and sisters, we not always ignore our tasks because we don't want to do that, or there is a distraction, or there is no urgency. Sometimes you connect with the emotion. Your task connect with you emotionally. You think about it a lot, about that task, rather than doing. Like, you have to talk with someone, that important conversation. Whenever you thought about that, you feel anxious. You feel, oh shit, I has to do that. That type of feeling give you a fear, give you a scenarios. No, I don't want to do that. So you don't. I mean, you not just ignore that. You ignore the feeling, but you connect with that. And you avoid the task, you avoid the ending, you don't want to do that. मैं सेक्शन 3 नहीं कर रहा, फिर सेक्शन 4 वेद ही हैं. पता है ते पॉइंट्स दोस्तों एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर रहे, सेक्शंस करते हैं. मैं तो लगता करना ही पैना क्योंकि the brain science. Okay, so now the reason what happened in our brain. पता मैं चक सकता, मेरे ब्रेन साइंस देनी ज़रूर है. मतलब दे सकते हैं टेम्पोरल इफेक्ट. ज़्यादा बड़ा नहीं, थोड़ा थोड़ा कर देना, ठीक है ना. सेक्शन 3 टेक्स्ट दे दिए थे. द ब्रेन साइंस 2 minutes. The brain science. Okay, so now the reason. But what happened in your brain when you procrastinate? Okay, so now the reason. What happened in your brain when we procrastinate? Let me explain you. Temporal discounting. Temporal discounting. Your brain basically reward more present rather than a future. Gridlock. ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਕਹਾਂਗੇ?
The amygdala is a small, almond-shaped paired structure located deep within the temporal lobe. Amygdala.
Amygdala. Amygdala hijack. Your amygdala is fear center of your brain. Point 2. Amygdala hijack. Amygdala is in a center of your brain when they feel threatened or when they feel scared of something. So when you connect your emotion with the tasks, when you think about it, your mind, your body, basically you don't want to do that because you're scared about that emotionally. When that worked in the back of your head. Dopamine and instant reward. Your brain loves dopamine. It's the reward chemical. Third, dopamine and instant reward. Your brain happily accept more reward. Dopamine basically. I mean, you don't want to do a hard work because the results, the rewards, whatever you want in the future, not immediately. I already gave an example social media, distractions, even to play with your boys, play with your girls. I mean, sports, games, I'm talking about. They give you an instant reward, they give you an instant dopamine hits, they give you a satisfaction. So you don't want to put more work, you don't want to put hard work for the future. Section 4, how to stop procrastinate. Alright, now you understand why you procrastinate. Alright, now maybe we both understand why we procrastinate. Now it's time to stop because if we can't control them, what's the point of talking on that, right? So now let's discuss about how we control that in a practically. Break it down. Big task overwhelming your brain. Solution? Break it into tiny steps. First, break it down. Big task, scary tasks, a lot of work. No one's want to do that, brother. You think you can, you think you want, but in reality, no one want. So just break it down. Rather than write on a 50 pages of anything, just said that I has to just write a single paper, single page. So you start in that process. Rather than cleaning your full house, clean just a single room. In that way, you start the process. Small steps don't trigger overwhelming. Small steps doesn't trigger overwhelming. Small steps create routine. Small steps create discipline. And your brain able to do that as well. Old basic 2 minutes rule. Tell your brain, I just has to complete that project just for 2 minutes. No, I want to say that You don't need to complete the project in 2 minutes. We don't complete the project in 2 minutes. We just work on that project just for 2 minutes. So your brain said, oh, it's just 2 minutes work. Okay, I'll handle that. I'll do that. Remove remove distraction, man. Distraction destroy your focus. Distraction destroy your focal. No, no. Distraction break the point when you ready to put effort on your work, when you in the feeling of work, when you doing a work, and break points doesn't continue any hard work, any effort. If you take a break every 5 minutes or every 10 minutes, there is no way you complete your project. The last one, the fourth one, set deadlines, even fake ones. Just tell yourself, in this week I complete these things. Maybe you procrastinate again and your first 3 days don't even touch the project. But in last 3 days at least you touch and complete the project. So deadlines work. It's give pressure. And if you don't able to work on a normal pressure, you have to put pressure in your mind. Because work is important. If you can't control it, use it as a consciousness. Use it with the consciousness. Take benefit from it. And brother, the point is forgive yourself, man. Forgive myself. Let's forgive together each other. Because things, works, talks, whatever the task you have, in reality, all of us know about that. They never end. Tasks change, things change, work change. They never end. So if you are able to appreciate that, congratulations for this. But if unfortunately if you are not able to, forgive yourself. Because forgive yourself is the biggest thing you can do right now. I mean, if you already failed the exam, rather than putting pressure on that why would I fail, forgive yourself. Try next time harder. Put effort on the next time rather than crying about. I mean, cry first. Obviously, cry is important to expose your emotions. But after that, ready for the next try. So forgive yourself. That solves a lot of things. I mean, I talk about it, but I don't know about that. I also want to explore or experience that. So the most powerful thing in our conversation is whatever's happening, forgive and forget. Now it's time for our next move. Now it's time for our next task. Put your 100% in that task. So that's the way you procrastinate. Overwhelming perfections, delay your work of the scariness, emotional connections. Now you know what is procrastination, why it's happened, and how you control yourself. You're not lazy. Your brain just protect yourself from scariness, from emotional destructions. from discomfort. But now you know how it's work and how you protect yourself by it. And now you know how it's work and now you know how it's work and you know how to protect yourself from it. Forgive yourself. That is the end of the video. I think you'll like that. Maybe if you don't, tell me in the chat, tell me in the comment section what you don't like about this. I'll try my best to improve that. That is for today, champions. I'm Saksham Sethi, a student from MLSPT Uni. Try to psychology, learn psychology from a zero, from basic, and learn together. Let's rock. Let's wait for the next week. I'm back. Same day, same time. We will see each other in the next time. Let's see each other. Each other. Live your life. Love your life. नहीं यार पता है, मैं आउटर ही सारी द्वार कर दूंगा, सारी आउटर कर दी, ठीक है ना. मैं इन दी आउटर को देख ही नहीं रहा, मैं आउटर आप दिखा रहा है. So that is for today's champions. Tell me in the chat. So that is for today, champions. Tell me in the comment section what do you like or and what do you not. Please give me any suggestions you want to improvement or what you want to change in that videos, and please tell me the ideas which type of topics you want to see the video in the futures. We will see each other in the next week. That is for today. Live your life, love your life. Bye bye, champions. That is the end. That is the end. That's not the perfect outro, but it feels mild. 55 मिनट 10 मिनट दी 12 बज चुके ने कदों दे तो नहीं 12 बज के 5 मिनट ही हुए हैं, बट ठीक है मैं हुणे नहीं कर रहा, मैं 12:30 लाइव स्टार्ट कर दूंगा. तो वी विल सी, आई मीन वी विल सी. लेट्स बैक. मैंने एक कॉल करनी है, उस तो बाद मैं कर दूंगा.